Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Toxic Happy Hour, where we are toxic towards scams that delay the adoption of global sound money. Today, the price of Bitcoin is 46 dollars now. So $33,300 plus odd something minus. Pubby, good to see you. What are
Yeah.
you drinking today?
Oh, the tried and true, man. IPA. Yeah, enjoying the price action here. Almost back up to 34,000, obviously. But yeah, man, we're ready to roll. Have a few beers, talk a little Bitcoin. See what's going on, man. How you been? Good.
I've been great. First of all, yesterday with Udi was such a blast. It was really fun. I enjoyed myself, and I think we all did. I think we all did. That was so great about it. Or at least I think Udi did. Um, and yeah, I just love also going live with you and talk Bitcoin. That's how this started. And the other day, as I told you, there were so many bullish things I was thinking of that I was like, oh, I want to talk to Puppy about this. And this morning, of course, I don't remember any one of them. So we'll have the conversation and we'll see what comes to mind. But bullish sentiment. And by the way, congrats on luring in Preston Pish
Oh
um,
yeah.
to the show.
Hey, again, the best thing about the Bitcoin community, man. If I can even like from OGs to the guys that are just smart on everything, or you would think would big time you, they don't. And that's power of like Bitcoin Twitter. If you put out a couple of memes or you joke with a guy long enough, they're real people, and they're like, hell yeah, you know what? I'll come on a show, have a beer with you guys, and we'll talk Bitcoin. So that's one of my favorite aspects of the entire space, man. Just good people all around.
Yeah, yeah. People are so helpful.
Yeah.
So I was having a chat with Pedro last night. He was getting up to work, and I was going to bed because hey, we got 3 hours time difference, right? So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pedro's on the screen right now, and it was in the Toxic Happy Hour Telegram group where I got Greggy to turn on like voice chat, which is I think a new feature on Telegram. It's pretty funny because you can just whoever wants to just have an informal chat, you join it and then you can talk. It's pretty cool. And as I was talking with Pedro about, also he was, you know, you know, surprised to see, not surprised, but he noted how Jeff Booth, for
Yeah.
instance, as one guy, and many others, big names, had time to join the Toxic Happy Hour. Like we're talking about, a total A-lister. And the fact that he's not so busy with like live TV shows, CNBC, etc., whatever, and has time to join our little show with like total 380 views or something. It just shows how early it is, and it kind of reminds me what
Yeah.
Petro told me that it's
Yeah.
goddamn early, puppy. I mean,
Yeah. I can't disagree, man. Those guys, it's sort of cool. They hit the main circuit. You have your, Stefan Lavera, Peter McCormick, all of that they'll hit. But it's cool for them to come down and talk to the plebes once in a while.
yeah. So yeah, we really don't have problems in Bitcoin Twitter land if one day can be spent discussing if it's plebes or plebs. But once you told me months ago that it was plebes, not plebs, I started saying plebes. And
Yep.
you're my co-host, and I know that you've read more books. You read more books in 1 month than I've read in my lifetime. So I trust your level of like knowledge and understanding. So I was still like, my boy Puppy is right. I'm gonna call it plebes. And then you got Preston Pish
Yep.
to join in and say no, it's plebes, and like it's coming from this plebeian society, whatever. We're probably
Yeah.
gonna lose half our viewers now because or more because we call it plebes. I don't care. I
Yeah.
mean, I hope we don't lose viewers because I'm enjoying the
No.
party, but You
Yeah,
know,
plebes or plebs, I don't care what you call it, as long as you buy Bitcoin. I'll tell you this, because as you know, Preston went to West Point, which is the United States Military Academy.
it
Um,
sure is.
a little known puppy fact, um, he was on the wait list to go to West Point.
Pubby was on the wait list.
I was on the wait list, dude. I was supposed to go to a prep school for a year to get in. It was a tight class. Um, but guess what? Playing sports and going to college and doing the party thing, which Preston was smart enough to avoid, probably did that and came a roundabout way. So I knew everything. You know, calling people plebes is a military thing. When you grow up in the U.S., your first year, your first freshman year at most of the military academies, you're called a plebe, and that's how I knew, man. If I tagged Preston, he's going full plebe because he had that drilled into his head for one full year. And guess what? His next 3 years, guess he was drilled into calling someone else a plebe.
Of
Um,
course.
and it's interesting because that's the only time I ever heard the term really bantered about. Uh, but until I came and got involved with Bitcoin, Twitter. Now, once I like, you see it typed up, I didn't really hear anyone talking. People just calling everyone plebs, and I heard it on some podcast. Someone called it a pleb, and I was like, "What the fuck is a pleb?" No, dude, it's plebe for plebeian. It's just short.
Right, right. Imagine, no, seriously. Like I was here in 2017, the whole war between Bitcoin Core and B Trash that forked off first of August 2017. There were so many infights and civil wars and like things that was like, you know, you weren't sure if this was threatening Bitcoin or not. There's definitely people trying to take power and threaten and take over Bitcoin, corrupted basically, from the company side. Uh, and the fact that we spent the first 5 minutes discussing the pronunciation on some word that absolutely doesn't matter, it just really shows we don't have problems in Bitcoin right now.
Yeah,
These are good times. Honestly, like I told you in the green room, 2020 for me was a phenomenal year. And I cannot believe how 2021 has started up. It's been phenomenal. It's phenomenal on steroids for me. And I mean, what we have the 5th of January. This is going to be an amazing year. This is going to be the face melt year, and I'm not talking only about the
yeah.
price of Bitcoin. Just so many things are working out for me. I'm loving this. Welcome to 2021. Cheers and welcome to 2021.
Cheers to everyone. Everyone in the chat, welcome aboard. I have no idea where we're going with this. I will say it's crazy how quickly you can go from two guys just talking Bitcoin in August, September to having so many cool um, people join us, and talk about it. But yeah, dude, it's so damn early. It's so
It
damn
is.
early, and we got to appreciate these times because 2021, as we've talked about, is going to be the year we believe it's just going to explode, and it's going to be people, your Jeff Booth and Preston Pish and Bree Love, all these guys are going to be the first ones to go mainstream in media and getting all the interviews. That it'll be hard for just everyday plebes like ourselves to get that shot. But it's fun while we're here, man. It's fun while we're here.
That episode for with Udi is going to remember for a couple of things. First of all, I think so. So the Bitcoin civil war, whether it's plebs or
Mm.
plebes, started in the Udi show yesterday, and also we launched the "Have fun staying dead" meme because of Udi's time in the Mossad. Kidding, of course. If he really had been there, we would never expose him. You know
Oh,
what, Mike? Yeah,
take care of our guests for 1 second. I'll be right back.
and I was about to just tell Puppy to take care of the guests because I need a refill of my coffee. But you know what? I'm just gonna take my computer with me. But
Sorry
honestly,
about that.
I am extraordinarily bullish right now. Yeah, but now you gave me the word, Puppy. Now you effed up. There you effed up. You can't hear me, can you?
check, 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 check.
Yeah. You're
No
there.
sound.
So I just wanted to. I wanted to reach out to the chat and hear
All right,
what
we're
you
back.
guys, what are you most bullish about currently? I mean, not that we're trying to go formal here, because that's the last thing we're gonna do. We just want to. So I remember, Puppy. There was like one of the first times I saw a review and a comment on my YouTube channel of our show. A guy was loving it because it was Fred Huddle. He may be out there. Because like we're just having fun, we were getting drunk, and we were pumping our Bitcoin bags. And you know what? Honestly,
Yeah,
I think we have to embrace that. We believe in it. So and we put our money where our mouth is for
yeah.
the most part, Puppy. And let's just be fair. We're pumping our bags.
Look, man. Somebody we talked to Matt Odell. You get some of the smart tech guys on here. Everyone is they're fucking running nose. They got shit on different wallets and all this. Look, man, I'm nothing more. I'm a Bitcoin cheerleader, man. Buy the corn, hold your corn, and I'll just hang and I'll pump my bags. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean it's it's not like we're someone's paying us to do scammy activity. We love Bitcoin. We believe in Bitcoin. We believe there's 100% probability, just like Jeff Booth said when he was on the show, that Bitcoin will succeed. And we're just running with that. And that's why we put our money in it and where our mouth is, and we're trying to tell others to help them. And I
Yeah.
just saw after I said that with Fred Hoddle, he's in the chat. Guys,
Yep.
give him some love in the chat. He gave us a super cool, fun review um, on the in the comment section.
Yeah.
All right, Puppy,
Let
back
me,
to you.
yeah. Let me put it this way, man. We have, even when those of us that started at the all-time high, we have outperformed Warren Buffett for 3 years. So yeah, take our advice, buy your damn Bitcoin,
Yeah,
and hold it. Just hold it. You
yeah,
see,
yeah,
when you're up this much from dollar cost averaging to a bear market, get ready. Get ready, man, because it's going to be insane when
yeah,
people see what happens.
yeah. And I will second that. And you know, um, don't trade it. Buy and hold, okay?
Yeah,
Because Bitcoin at the current level has a 600x to go from here. Why you want to get cute and risk the 600s? Because you think you
yeah,
can outsmart the short term, of which you know
yeah,
nothing about. None of us know the short term. I mean,
yeah,
if you want to do any trading activity, look at the medium term. The cycle, the bull run, the halving price cycle bull run. However, things are getting increasingly bullish, where it's even becoming you don't want to trade that too much. You don't want to sell too much there, because there's a real chance that we're just going straight to infinity now. And also, before I give the word back to you, I just want to say we had one of our very first ever viewers. If I find you in the chat, we have right there, BTC Moon Guy. Amazing how often he makes it to our show. BTC Moon Guy, you're in the show notes below. There's a link to you, like many of the other good dudes in the chat. So
yeah.
bullish.
So let me put it this way, man. And Sailor said it best. He was talking about people that try to buy and time the market on Bitcoin. These are like people that were trying to time Apple stock early on. You're gonna fuck around with $9, $10 or whatever a share, or wait, you know where it's going. Just buy the damn thing and hold it. Take all the pressure off yourself of trying to time things, sell things. It's a fool's gambit. It truly is. And yeah, buy it, stash it away, put the money in there, all your free money that you had that you won't miss. You know, look, yeah, we get bullish yesterday. As someone joked about, I said max out your credit cards, which maybe you don't want to do that right now, but any free cash,
I
just put
did.
it away. And so, yeah, well, yeah, well, you're pretty bullish for
Thank
once.
you. Thank you.
So, I remember I come across this one article, and it's a fact. You know, some of the people know the halvings. You know, they just think in 4 years. They don't. Some don't know it's actually 200 every 210,000 blocks that are mined. But there has not been one 210,000 block history in which Bitcoin was not higher than before. So how in the hell would you not just buy and hold for at least a halving or two? This isn't just, don't come in here just for a year. Well, this is the year to come in, honestly, but don't come in and expect within a year, because you're going to have those fluctuations, man.
Yeah. I want to. So that's a great point you raised about the 4-year cycle. I remember you talking about it. Adam has been talking about it, the Meister. And so I looked into it, and then I did a short video on that, which is earlier here, a couple of months back, that, you know, that 4-year cycle is so strong. And so I looked at, okay, the capitulation bottom in the bear market in 2018, where we hit 16th of December, we hit like $3,120, which, you know, down from 20 basically.
I remember. I was there. Fuck.
Me too.
I was there.
Was it fun? No, not in particular. It was all right though. But my point is, as you were saying, that very day when we hit the rock bottom at the end of that bear market, Bitcoin was still up 853% compared to 4 years earlier. Don't get cute, buy and hold. Because, and hey, I got to tell. So I got to tell you something. I started investing when I was 12 years old. My mother was very nervous. I bought a stock, and she was like saying to my dad, "Wait, isn't this like dangerous? He can lose his money." And my dad was like, "No, you know, let him make his get his experiences." And it was more luck than understanding at that stage. I have to admit, but I still made, I think, 20% in like a month or something. But that was more luck. So while I was a teenager, and this goes back to what we were talking about before. You said, you know, hold it at least for a couple of halving cycles. My investing style became, and it's like, you know, that. No, I realized, look, the short term, it doesn't matter. Even the best asset, you don't know if it goes up or goes down. You don't. So the easiest way, I think, to make money is not day trading. Day trading loses your money. So what I ended up doing was, and that's been my style ever since, that, you know, buy and hold the assets that I feel they have a strategic moat. They like almost nothing can challenge them, and they have a potential much higher. And I don't care if it's going to go like down, up, something, because I know it's going up there, right? So you got to give yourself a time horizon and be patient and just buy the things with a strategic moat. And to be honest, right now, I only hold Bitcoin because I see nothing else with a strategic mode like Bitcoin. And honestly, stocks and real estate, now, sure, they go up right now in fiat currency terms, dirty fiat.
Yeah.
But that's because they pump a lot of it or create a lot of it. Once Bitcoin takes over as money at the world and the interest rate no longer can be 0%, but it becomes free market 5-8%, those assets will crash. Stocks will crash, real estate will crash. Bitcoin will not, because it is the needle, popping the fiat monetary system bubble.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for reading the show notes there in front of you that say "Let Pubby talk." That's nice.
No,
I will say this, man. It's hilarious. You know, when I say anything on mainstream media, in regards to reporting on Bitcoin or anything for that matter, I don't know. How much proof do you need? 12 years as the greatest asset return on Earth. 12 years running. Okay. And people, I don't know what it's going to take to convince people to understand. Well, I'm sorry, I guess this 12-year track record isn't good enough for you. Well, you know what? Like we say, man, have fun being poor. I'm done talking to them. Have fun being poor.
Yeah, like we try and help people. We try and help the people we love, our family, our friends, even strangers.
Yeah.
And if they will not listen, if they will only argue against us that why Bitcoin is terrible, and if they don't open their ears and listen, I'm sorry, we try to help you, but have fun staying poor. Anyways, we spoke about that a lot already. By the way, so
Yeah.
Ruben, did you see he did some pretty awesome face swaps in that Preston Pish?
Yeah. 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 A classic scene from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The was it the drugs kicked in a little bit after he expected.
I think
Hey,
they took more. Okay.
no, that I gotta tell you my Wolf of Wall Street story, dude. So I hadn't seen the movie before, and I travel overseas quite a bit, so I always catch up on my movies on the flights. And I knew Wolf of Wall Street from friends, had a lot of what they, you would consider risque scenes, nudity and stuff. So I'm thinking, I'm on a flight, can't be too, is pretty probably safe to watch. And I'm sitting next to this older lady, and I started, and I'm thinking, yeah, for them to put this on a flight, it's going to be tamed down a bit. Opening scene, he's doing coke off a hooker's ass, dude. That's that, and I wasn't expecting it, so I look slowly to my right, and this old lady's looking at me and says, "It's okay, I've seen it."
Wait, so you were watching the movie and like
Yeah.
you knew she was like checking in?
Well, she, when they're I was on the aisle seat. This lady's in the middle, and you can't help but look over at the movie next to you sometimes.
Of course.
Yeah, and especially
So you have this old lady sitting next to you, and
yeah,
you're watching a guy
yeah,
snorting coke
yeah.
yes.
I mean, it's like an opening scene too. It says, yeah. So I said, okay, well, we'll watch it. Yeah, a classic movie though, man. Classic
Oh yeah,
movie.
I got to rewatch that movie. And you know how I told you I watched Tombstone just a week ago, but you know what? Already like the day after, I was finding myself thinking,
Yep.
you know what? I want to watch Tombstone again because some of those movies that are just so great.
Yep.
It's not about the story; it's about all those little nuances and all the like
Yeah.
cool, fun things. You enjoy them more and more the more you're standing it.
Yeah. Listen, I only have a couple movies I always keep with me, and one of them is Tombstone. I think Step Brothers is always on there too.
Right.
And Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles better be in your top 5.
Oh yeah, I've seen that, but that's a long time ago. That's a long time ago.
Well, that's when you can make. That's back when you can make movies of high quality and offend everyone in the world, and it wasn't a problem.
Blazing Saddles. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was fun. So yeah, my problem or challenge is I'm reduced to Netflix, Amazon Prime. I actually just signed up for Disney Plus. For some family members' sake.
Sure.
I need I need these I need these good movies to be on those streaming services.
Well,
Anyway, look, here we
yeah.
are talking movies. We are meant to be pumping backs.
Yeah.
We're meant to be pumping Bitcoin backs. So darn it, man, we crossed 34,000 again. So I guess talking about snorting snow off old ladies or hookers
The fan.
is
Look,
working.
it got Preston Pish on the show, didn't it? So yeah, we're gonna pump it. Let's pump it to 35,000 during this little toxic happy hour.
All right, so we will not go offline until we reach 35,000. Oh, I have to, since it may not happen, I have to throw in like, oh, I run out of battery. All right, but so bullish sentiment. What is your take, Pubby, at the moment on different events or things pointing in the direction of like that makes you bullish? Which things are happening right now? Because I saw one yesterday from Plan B. I'll let you go first.
Well, look, man. they keep stretching out this pandemic, as I call it. They keep stretching it out. Guess what? The only thing coming out of it is more printing. Hey, oh, by the way, yeah, we're getting some stimulus checks. Get ready. I'll put that one into Bitcoin. Now you know what's interesting, because remember I put the $1,200 stimulus check. I bought Bitcoin back in April. You know what Bitcoin was then? Do you remember? I bought
I'm guessing.
yeah,
Wait, don't say it. I think it was around. Was it 7,600?
even better.
It's
I bought
72.
I bought the last Bitcoin you'll ever see under $7,000. But my literal payment was $6,999.
Yep, that was the last.
Yep. So now anyone that put their stimulus check in, that is now I think it's over 5,600 right now, or 5,800.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing, man.
And guess what? They're printing more.
And that is one of the things I wanted to bring up. So you already said about the stimulus. I saw Plan B. He either tweeted or retweeted that, and he used the words USA is going through Zimbabwe. So you
Yeah.
have you have these the incoming president, or politicians in general, not to get into a political discussion here, that are starting to think that, why don't we just continue to run stimulus, $2,000 for everyone every month?
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem with that, and I'm not saying don't do it. Send me free money, I love it, but the problem with it is, if you give people enough incentive to not work, they're not going to work. And I'm not saying don't do it, but who's going to work in society? I mean, would I prefer that people got it instead of companies that was bail out? Sure, but you're removing people's incentive to work. I know you kind of have to do it, because you told people they can't work, and they shut down the small businesses. But and at the same time, you remove the incentive to work, you also dilute the currency so fast that it really is a matter of, look, as Bitcoiners 1 year ago, we all felt the dollar was a terrible place to, and other fiat currencies was terrible places to store value, because we knew they were diluting it. But not this year, last year, 2020, after COVID, it's almost everyone who realized it.
Well,
Almost everybody know, and that's what can take this bull run into infinity. This could be escape velocity.
oh, thanks for finally agreeing with me a few months
Yeah,
on. So I'll tell you this, man. The best part of it all is everyone sees how much the U.S. dollar is, how much they're printing. Um, guess what? Every other currency is pegged to. So it's only get worse for anyone else that tries either print more or whatever. It's the Titanic going down, man.
it is.
Titanic going down, and look, man, there's still room in the Bitcoin life raft. Hop aboard.
Amen. There is. And by the way, that was the Titanic was what got you finally blocked from Raoul Pal, or whatever,
Oh,
however you pronounce his name.
yeah. Let's go there, man. Because one,
All right,
like
let's
it,
go. Let's go.
there's plebes, plebs. There's Raoul, and apparently it's not Raoul. Apparently, I don't know how would you pronounce it.
So I saw Labra making fun of, like he said, and he pronounces Raul, right? Something else. And I thought, oh, here we go again. He's making fun of me, because I know that I
Yeah.
can't count on myself to pronounce English correctly with my, strong Danish accent. So I was sure he was making fun of me, like, all right, here we go again. Then it turned out he was making fun of you.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? Is it not Raoul? How would you pronounce it?
But I don't know I don't think you want to hear how I pronounce it. I'll say Raoul Pal.
Yeah. Pow. I know, but Raoul Pal, but it's Raoul. It's always going to be Raoul. Like it's always going to be like a plebe, not pleb.
Right. Oh, so on that note, Laprahodl wrote in the chat, here it may be decided once and for all, 35,000 or we are plebe. So
Hey, you want, is there anything more crazy than the chat room trying to give us a pronunciation by texting it? Yeah, thanks guys. Got it.
hey, dude, with
It's
two
Raul,
E's,
not Raul.
but Puppy, with two E's, you have no doubt that it is E. It becomes plea. But hey, so what I want to say
Well,
on the note that you were talking about before about the central banks,
yeah,
diluting and printing. The thing is, they're all competing about who can destroy their currency faster
yes,
because
yep,
if you in this environment, this
yeah,
economic environment, still want to be able to export to other
yep,
countries and leave at least keep that level of economic activity, you need to destroy your currency faster because
yep,
that makes the goods produced in your countries cheaper for others. And anyways, we can't
yep,
travel because, well, hardly because of all this COVID nonsense. So um, these central banks competing to destroy their currencies, and the governments competing as they have quite an influence on
wait,
it. I mean, it's so bullish for Bitcoin. This is
look,
it. This is it, puppy. Infinity.
look, look. I understand monetary policy and the future of Bitcoin is important, but it's not as important as Labrahodl in the chat saying that you got it right. How did you pronounce it? That you got it right, Raul. Say it. Say Raul.
Raul.
Yeah,
Raul
Raul.
Pal. Raul Pal.
Raul. Raul.
Pedro is saying, brrr. Oh, Anders got it right. Really? Oh my God,
Yeah,
Lapra.
right.
I'm gonna throw some bones in your direction, Lapra. Whatever it takes. Ral Pal. Yeah, that's RRP Pal. That'll be good as well. All right,
Well,
so
yep.
Bobby, now is your turn to carry the show because I need to get my breakfast on. It'll be real quick. I
Yeah,
need a
sure. Why
cold.
not?
Yeah. So, what else is making you extremely bullish right now? So, fiat currency is being killed ASAP very fast, and of course, that is pumping the price of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, the obvious part is all the new companies and businesses that are coming into the space. My God, when you have not only there's companies on the sideline that are buying up. They're buying up quietly as they can, but guess what? Where we have a hey, what's the price now?
The price is now $33,800,
Yeah.
and I am loving it.
Well, I'll tell you what. You notice there's been no pullback just because every company in the world right now, or every CEO that's got a half a brain, is putting it on their balance sheet. That's why the dips aren't as bad anymore. They're all
Come again?
adding it.
Can you say that again?
Any CEO with half a brain is now putting it on their balance sheet.
That's right. So you gotta really, I mean, these guys in charge of Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and all other companies holding a lot of cash, they gotta watch out for lawsuits that they're not taking care of
Uh,
saving, protecting the value that they have on the balance sheet. Bob Barberson have a question for me. So you could say first, what am I having for breakfast? I did start off with coffee, so there's that. But I'm going to continue the trend from yesterday with a Pilsner Urquell. I just woke up.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you woke up with a beer. That's the way you do it.
Right?
You
I'm
wake up.
trying to. I'm trying to learn from you, Puppy. I know you know so much. You are a what do you call it? A beaming light. You're light in the darkness. I tell
Hey,
you.
listen, man. I'm only smart enough to buy Bitcoin. That's all, and that's all you have to be. If you
Well,
just, yeah,
if if you'll, did I interrupt you? Because please go ahead.
yep. Oh yeah, yeah. You interrupted me, and then I forgot what I was going to say.
Really? All right. So there's
No,
that. I got
that
that.
that's from the scene in Step Brothers. There's a dinner table when they're talking, and he says,
Another great
"Oh,
movie.
yeah." Well, I knew the rest of the story until Dale interrupted me, and the dad goes, "God damn it, Dale!"
Wait. Is that funny?
Well, yeah, at the time.
Okay.
So is Bonita Fish a big thing? or the Bonita Run. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's Step Brothers, a great movie. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Man, I think I have a busy day ahead of me. There's quite a few movies I want to see, and since
Oh,
I just signed the family up for Disney Plus, I want
it
to
is.
go watch Star Wars again. Actually, because I remember the number two, the new 1, 2, 3 before the 4, 5, 6. Um,
Oh,
I I saw two a couple of times, but never in a condition where I was able to actually pay
yeah.
attention. So I'd like to see what that's where they make the clone army, right? I actually need to wait. So Bob Popperson, Lol, you said a fake name, personal quote is fantastic. I'm not the only Bitcoin who wakes up and drinks beer. Yep, I guess not. I guess not. Uh,
Hey, you forgot something else from that scene was and he's sort of on the fringe of Bitcoin, but they were on the Bonita Run. Okay, he's telling me, yeah. Have you ever been on the Bonita Run? I was on this boat. It was Super Chef Bobby Flay and the Cubes, Mark Cuban. So Mark Cuban reference in there. And, he's going back and forth with Twitter. It's been years. God, who was it? Fuck, what? Fitzstein, whatever. Mark Cuban knew about Bitcoin back probably like from $100, and much like Peter Schiff has done nothing with it. Literally, with his money, he could be almost a trillionaire.
yeah,
Let's
Mark
go.
Cuban.
Yep.
You know what? So I think one of the reasons that we from I don't know if you want to call it bottom of society, but um, the people who first understood Bitcoin and acquired themselves some Bitcoin are the people that were not necessarily having, the most financially phenomenal life. Us that knows the cost of life and how hard you have to work to get paid to buying a house, how challenging it is
Yep.
us who first realized there's a problem with the monetary system. We knew something is wrong. It can't be right that life's got to be this hard. So we were ready to be open to Bitcoin earlier than people that are just flowing in money, right? So they don't see a problem, and if you don't see a problem, you're not looking for a solution. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I do. But what you're basically saying is that the fertile fields of your mind must be plowed with certain knowledge before you can accept the Bitcoin seed.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what you're doing. You're doing the
Oh,
Lord's work.
that's
Here
what we do.
come Puppy.
That's what we do, man. With our amazing sponsor, Tahini's,
Yeah,
and they will give you a free shawarma if you show up in Ontario,
yeah,
London, Ontario, to be specific. Tell them
yeah.
Pubby sent you, and Ali will make
Ali,
you the best shawarma you ever had.
Ali already told me. Okay, that's
Yeah.
got to be good. I have faith, but I had amazing shawarma in the food court in Dubai Media City. They
Oh,
had amazing shawarma, a
fuck.
lot of garlic cream, a lot of garlic cream. So I'm looking forward to that one. And
Yep.
yeah, Ali already told me I got free shawarma when I get up there for
I
saying tahini, 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 buy tahini. Right there, that's the word from our amazing sponsor. Buy
I
tahini shawarma.
I know you just didn't compare a tahini shawarma to something from a food court.
Look, sometimes, Puppy, you got to go below five-star
Yeah.
restaurants to get some of the best foods. And when it comes to shawarma, you want to go the different
Yep.
uh, maybe not so fancy fine dining restaurants if you want to get the good shawarma. So yeah, there's that too, Puppy.
Listen, man. There's fine dining, but like you say, shawarma's a whole nother story. But I'll tell you what, if you're a shawarma place in a food court, you suck. Because the best shawarmas everyone knows is just the roadside stand shawarma at 3 a.m. when you're hammered and you needed to get home. And Ali told us that he had a guy come back and
Yeah,
thank him for that shawarma that saved his life because he got pulled over.
true. And because he spent 1 hour there, and by the way, Tahini said that when we had him I call him Tahini now. I think it's fun to call him Tahini, Mr. Tahini. His name is Ali, but Tahini. And because that guy ended up spending what 1 hour, 1.5 hours in his restaurant instead of going out and driving with a higher level of alcohol in his blood. So yeah,
Yep.
Tahini saved his life. Don't you ever tell me what is a good shawarma. I know a good shawarma, puppy. Don't think you can teach me anything there. That shawarma, if you had it, you would love it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Look, you go to the Middle East and get shawarma, you can't go all wrong. Trust me. So I lived in Denmark on what I call Shawarma Straße, where all the immigrants, every third shop on this street in
Wow.
Brugade in Copenhagen was a shawarma takeaway or
So
restaurant.
so in Denmark, the word for street is the German Strasse. Is this true? You
No,
guys
no,
get?
no, no. I just played on the German language.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um, so no, the name for street in Danish is either vej or gade. But
Yeah. Strasse sounds better. The
Straße,
Germans.
exactly.
The Germans should have stayed there after the 40s. They probably should have stayed there and educated you on how to properly name your streets.
Look, we kicked them out in 45. I love Germans, but not the ones during the Second World War. There's that too. Listen, we're here to pump the back. We're here to get Bitcoin
Yep.
above $35,000. We're back above
Yeah, where
34
are we?
now. So what else is very bullish for Bitcoin right now? Apart from the fact that the bull run price is way more steep than it was in the last bull run in 16, 17. We are way steeper now. Like this is
Yeah.
parabolic.
Well, you know what? To me, is the education that we're getting right now, the economic education. You're finally finding an outlet through not necessarily the internet, but especially like Bitcoin, Twitter, other people that come in and find out that, oh, you mean the inflation rate is closer to the M2 money supply? You mean it's actually 15%? You see what I mean? Like this information was never released before. Oh, you mean that shitty CPI where you handpick and let's avoid housing prices, let's avoid education, let's avoid all of that. We'll just cherry pick our damn basket here to make it 2%. Well, people are waking up. Okay, it takes
Right.
it takes some time. I remember I was reading what was it? Oh, from Tolstoy. Tolstoy was telling a story
What,
about.
Toy Story? You were reading Toy Story or what? Is it? Did they come out as a cartoon as well?
Oh no, there was this famous Russian writer named Leo Tolstoy. You probably never heard of him. Anyway,
I
later in
haven't.
life, later in life, he converted to Christianity and yeah, had some amazing writings. So check this out. He equated one, and it was brilliant, is a bunch of bees around a hive. Okay, and there's the first couple bees, much like Bitcoiners, that get away from the hive, that go out to explore and pollinate. Well, at first, it's not many, but soon, most of the hive recognizes that they're gone. Well, that's where we are now, man. People are getting educated. They're going to leave that hive of fiat currency, man, and they'll be piling into Bitcoin. They'll get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like 2020 because of COVID stimulus was the foundation of
Yeah,
global consciousness
yeah.
about how terrible fiat currency is. It has established that as solid foundation for people to come into the recognition that Bitcoin is better money. Am I right?
Oh, so well, at least it's not even money. It's a better store of value. So everyone's seeing everything around them just lose money. They're losing value in everything they do. You keep it in cash. You put it in what a negative yielding bond. People are finally waking up to the idea
It's
this is
actually
is corrupt. This whole thing is corrupt, and the only way out is Bitcoin. They're finally waking up.
Yeah. And what you're touching upon there is actually quite the point, because when I say it's a better money and you say it's a better store of value,
Yeah,
money is supposed to be a store of value. And in fact,
Yep.
if you look it up in the dictionary, money can
Yeah.
store value. So fiat currency like dollar, euro, etc., never was money. It's a medium of exchange. It's a
Yeah.
currency. It's never been money because it does not
Yeah.
store value. And I
Yep.
remember first time ever I had economics in as a subject in school was year 11 in high school in Australia, where
Yep.
and I was doing well because I loved it. Economics, it just like it came fairly natural to me. I'm not saying there's other things that I'm not maybe phenomenal at, but economics always came natural to me, and I agreed with everything. And then my economics teacher, I remember her clearly. We came to the part about inflation, and she was saying, this whole Keynesian thing, like we print more money and to stimulate. And they say, yeah, and inflation is when the price of goods and services rise. I'm like, hey, hang on, no, if you print 20% more money, inflation
Yep.
is 20%. Like, what are you
Yep.
talking about? And that was just intuitively right there. I put the foot down and said, this is not right. Without understanding the bigger, picture maybe, but that was wrong in my opinion.
Yep.
But she had bought into that whole no, we measure prices. It's about the CPI. Forget about that. MG Smith 4 says, God bless the women of Copenhagen cycling around the city. And if you know, you know. I recommend everyone to go to Denmark during summer when it's nice and warm and bicycle in Copenhagen. If you know, you know the amount of pigeons, and we have Marty's Owl, or Matt's Owl in the chat at some stage at least. You see a lot of pigeons, if you know what I mean. That's something else.
Yeah. So where do we go from here, man?
Yeah,
Where
that's
do
a
we
good
go from?
question.
Yeah. Where do we go from here, talk wise? Have we hit 35,000 yet? Because I think we'll be 40 by February.
Oh yeah, 40 by February. That's sometime in February. I mean, right now the way it's going, we could go to 45 or 50. But if we do that, if we go 40, we're honestly just so steep that I mean, it's got to become obvious for everyone, right? That fiat is
And
collapsing. Isn't it clear to anyone, like to everyone?
look, man, since April, and like I say, you and I have been along for this journey. Everyone on Bitcoin Twitter has been along for this journey. I remember joking about how long it stuck. It was sticking at 9,400. For some reason, it was like 9,400 for 2 months. And I remember doing a meme with the guy trying to go dunk a basketball, and the basketball just hits off the rim because we couldn't hit that $10,000 hurdle for some
Are you
reason.
rimming? Are you rimming, puppy, right now?
No, I'm riffing.
Okay. Yeah, nice save.
So what was interesting was all these all these levels we hit, and it went from like once we hit 10, boom, up to like 11, 12. And what that told me is there's people and companies buying on on the side. They're just trying to keep it quiet. Well, we found out later Michael Saylor is one of them. That's what you're seeing now. Look, man, you're getting some. We just went from 5,000 in March, okay, in less than a year, you're pushing 35,000, and there's no pullback yet. Zero pullback. Maybe a percent, maybe two. But
Well,
yeah, man, this is
you know,
bullish.
it absolutely is a great point, Poppy. I will say that we were, I think we went from 19,600 to like 16,200 end of November. So we were, that was like a 15%. You can call that a pullback, you can call it a dip, but we
Yep.
have not yet, to your point,
Yeah.
we have not yet seen the 30% corrections,
Nope.
of which we had six plus minus back in the last bull run, 16, 17.
Yeah.
There's no 30% corrections. And it's
So
like you're saying, it seems that, you got these guys like Michael Saylor. Anytime there's a slight tendency in the price to go cheaper, they're
yep.
just buying it up.
Well, look, man, and we talked about that with Udi yesterday. I said, all you need for just for this annual supply, hell, you can just you can get rid of all the grayscale exchanges of the world buying this up. I'm just talking about as a company. All you need all you needed this year were 8 companies the size of MicroStrategy to make the same purchases. Well, hell, less than that because he added more with the debt sheet, and that's going to be one to bring up to Preston Pish. But I'll tell you what, all you need all you need coming up are 4 companies, 4 major companies. The annual supply is gone, man. People, we are not conditioned to understand true scarcity like that. We're not conditioned. Our minds. We grew up in a fiat world, man. We grew up in a fiat world that was decoupled from gold. Gold was like the basic chance we had. Never happened. Even that was getting devalued, or you could clip coins. Our minds are not prepared for the fact you cannot clip Bitcoin.
Absolutely. We've been conditioned for a world of let's destroy your currency, let's destroy your savings, and it's in your best interest.
Yeah,
Um, so, yeah, uh, we're not conditioned for that. So, again, a thing I want to, you bring up so many great topics, Puppy. What can I say?
yeah,
I want to give a quick shout out to Ruben. I think this Ruben is the Ruben that did these amazing face swaps this morning on the Preston Pish thread on Twitter, where he agreed to come on. That we spoke about in the beginning with the Wolf of Wall Street, and also putting your
yeah.
face on. What's his name? Conor McGregor, um,
Oh
MMA
yeah,
fighter.
yeah,
So what I also wanted to say
yeah.
is something that I forgot.
Oh, I no, I think you were going to fanboy over Preston. And
Yeah, no,
no,
I love
no,
Preston.
no, no. I know you do. Listen, no, you were because you've gone on about this, and we had to break it down in another show. Maybe you can the game changer to me this year was one not only Sailor putting cash there, but putting out the 5-year convertible notes at what 75 basis points, some bullshit ridiculous number. 75 basis points that he just was it 650 million he just threw into Bitcoin for the next 5 years. Holy fucking shit. Can you imagine getting those odds? 75 basis points and you get to hold Bitcoin for 5 years.
It's
Stupid. Go
it.
ahead.
That was the word I was
I
just
know.
about to say. That is stupid. Imagine lending someone fiat $650 million
Yep.
and wanting fiat back 5 years from now when it's worth
Yep.
nothing, maybe.
Yep.
And allow that person to buy Bitcoin like Michael Saylor did. I remember what I wanted to say. And by the way, we do know we
Yep.
have some background noise. That's because right now we're in the pub. We are bringing it
Yep.
real. We guys in the chat, we're just hanging out in the pub, and there's noise in the background. There's people having fun. That's what it like. It's like now I took a quick note. I remember what I wanted to say before. Probably in my opinion, one of the most important things in this Bitcoin bull run is something we're going to talk about with Preston Pish and Andy Edstrom this January. I'm not sure if Preston is coming on in January. I don't know if you found out um, a, uh, a date with him yet. I know he's best in the
No.
evening, and that's going to be a challenge for you. But the thing we're going to talk with both of these gentlemen about. That's fine. So I'm going to take the liberty to mute Puppy there so someone can hear what I say. The thing I'm super excited about with Preston and I don't, you see too much of my kitchen, is the fact that when the price of Bitcoin goes up, it seems, and Preston confirmed this on Twitter. It seems that Michael Saylor can take up even more debt on convertible bonds, not based on what his P&L, his profit loss, operating business can support in interest rate payments, but Preston confirmed that just by the price of Bitcoin going up, he can sell more convertible notes because his debt to equity ratio has become smaller because his equity goes up, the equity in the company goes up as the price of Bitcoin goes up, and that means just the price of Bitcoin going up, Saylor can buy more Bitcoin. And what is very important, Pubby, I'll put you back on audio in just a minute. What that means is that because it's sold on convertible notes and is not personal leverage on BitMEX or BlockFi or something, he cannot be stopped out. So if there's a price correction where often, and we saw that last time with the 30% corrections, when the price starts correct, some people are over leveraged and are forced to sell their Bitcoin, and the price goes further down. When we have companies like, I just feel so lonely without you here, Puppy, so I'm going to put you back on even though I'm talking.
Good.
Because it is Michael Saylor's Bitcoin is not up for collateral. If the price dips, he's not forced to sell his Bitcoin. So if you have a couple of companies like Michael Saylor that once the price goes up, they sell more convertible notes and buy more. If the price goes down, no one's selling because they're not selling because they're not forced to sell. Like if private people put up their Bitcoin as collateral for leverage on BitMEX or BlockFi or whatever. So you have some very solid buying that can't be stopped out, which is absolutely insane. And if you have, more than MicroStrategy, you start getting some of the big names in there, like the blue name, what's it called? Blue chip names. You have this amazing buy turbo on the parabolic bull run because as the price reaches a certain level, another company goes sells convertible bonds to buy more Bitcoin. It goes up at this price. Michael Saylor can go back, sell more convertible notes, buy it further, and this way, like you just need a couple of companies. This is to me one of the most bullish factors. I'll be quiet now, but I'm super excited about it. And Andy Edstrom is coming up Monday, the 18th of January, and I will talk to him and ask. Or we will talk to him, and I'll ask him about this in detail. Because if this is true, it's game over.
Well, it's absolutely game over because it's basically infinity fiat coming in to buy Bitcoin for these companies. Fucking just on a cash reserve. I mean, everyone. I can't believe there aren't any countries. There's got to be some threat by a superpower. I wouldn't call it the United States, but probably the United States that is preventing countries from going all in like this on Bitcoin. Leverage the fuck out of everything you have. If you're a country that isn't doing well, print your shit. Yeah, I know it's tied to a dollar. Print it. Buy Bitcoin today. Buy it today, and put it on your balance sheet. And just, but yeah, there's stuff behind the scenes we know is going on. But think about that. You can just print as much as you want and buy Bitcoin. It's brilliant.
Exactly. Imagine you're a central bank and can say, "Hey, listen, people are accepting we're just printing billions and trillions here, and they're still using the currency. And as long as there's still people out there willing to sell Bitcoin for fiat currency, they can just print dollars at the Fed, dump it on the market, and buy Bitcoin. So the Fed can just print by Bitcoin. And you got how many? I don't know, 150 central banks around the world. They can just print and buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This is it, Puppy. This is it. This is the bull run.
Listen, man. I know. I've been telling you that. So yeah, I refied the house this year, which is of course is fantastic. But imagine these rates, and hell, if it goes down another point, I'll do it again. But imagine the value of a dollar in 30 fucking years. Imagine the value of a dollar versus Bitcoin.
Years?
No, if you take out a 30-year mortgage. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine the value of that dollar if you can pull cash out. If you own property, which you don't. Now imagine the value. I know.
I bought Bitcoin.
That's good too. Imagine the value now of everyone that pulls it out.
Bitcoin is good too. Thank you, Puppy.
Yeah, I like it. I like crypto. All crypto. But imagine, like, for anyone out there, if you look, man, do not pay off your house if you can refi, kick that can down the road. Kick that fiat can down the road. Get your corn today.
I couldn't agree more. Of course, we don't give financial advice,
No.
but if we did give financial advice, I would be saying something along the lines of, maximize your debt and buy as much corn as you can. But I'm not giving financial advice. That's just my personal opinion, and it's not to be followed because it's that might be risky. And Ruben is asking if Preston said yes, but wasn't so. Ruben, wasn't that you on that very thread making the face swaps? Yeah, Preston said yes because Poppy asked, and when Poppy asks, people can't say no to Poppy.
Hey, listen, man, because Bitcoiners are the best people in the world. They like to have a beer. They like to talk Bitcoin. So anyone we ever ask to talk, they usually say yes. Now, granted, it took them a little bit longer. We had Jeff Booth, a few folks on the show, but yeah, Preston, he's in for a show, man. He's in for a show.
Yeah, I will say this: they either say yes or they don't answer. So I have like Marty Bent. I asked him on a tweet string, never heard back. So I have to choose to think that he didn't see the question. And I also asked Preston before. I wanted Preston on, but hey, he listens to Puppy, and you got to respect that.
Look, I'll admit he's been my man crush for about 2 years now. I'm not ashamed to admit it. And if you ever listen to him on a podcast, you can understand why. So yeah, Preston, thanks, man. This is gonna be great. I'll have to wear a special scarf for that one.
Oh yeah. So that scarf you wore only when Camilo was on. We haven't seen it since. You got a lot of respect for that from the chat. Someone said you look like a World War II bomber going to bomb the hell out of Hitler. You look really cool with that scarf, and it made me.
I'll bring it back.
It made me think about mixing up the scarves. I do have another one, so we can play the scarf game.
I'm with you on that, man.
All right.
No doubt. Oh, you're gonna have to carry the show for a minute because I'm running low on beer here.
Man.
At the same time? No. Hey, you know what?
I have a little bit left.
Look, man, the chat room is they're pretty lit. They can take care of themselves for a minute.
Yeah, they haven't said anything for 2 minutes. Maybe because I'm not paying attention enough. Wait, we got we got Ruben right there. Thank you so much, guys. Humble, I love your beautiful Bitcoin. Plebs, please. That was quick. Was that a beer?
Well, no. Well, unfortunately, man, the bartender, she just fucking left, man. What the hell's going on here? Yeah.
I thought that was your pop. Isn't that part of your pop empire?
Yeah, but I hire a bartender to take care of me, and she didn't.
Tips is going down to 50% today.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give her like maybe two parts of Litecoin. Oh, wait, hang on, we're back. Wait.
Hey, you got to have your priorities straight. You cannot blame Puppy for running for a beer. I absolutely love it. MG Smith, yes, I have a Fruity Little Scuff collection. I do have two.
Okay, we're good.
The other one is more like wear it for, for winter, heavy winter skiing is like wool. I like that one too. I gotta say.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah. So where do we go, man? So look, we got Breedlove on Friday, and obviously he's gonna blow you away in the mental capacity department. So what do you got ready for him, man? You've been reading up. I'm listening. I sent it out earlier. I'm listening to like 530 some hours of some Sailor series with him. Jesus, God, this guy it just goes on and on. Hey, are you ready for Breedlove, man? Have you been on a podcast with him before?
Yeah, we were both on Bitcoin Magazine happy hour, but you were pretty toasted, so I forgive you for not remembering back 2-3 weeks.
No. I'm not talking that. I'm talking about like you and him, like just because we had like there's like 6, 8, 10 people, whatever in that one.
Yeah. Oh, You
Yeah.
mean me and Breedlove
Yeah.
alone on our? No, I haven't. I had steak dinner with him a year ago,
Right.
where I was telling him about my strong feelings for the central banks, how they were. I saw them as communist institutions because let free market decide something. Interest
Yeah.
rate is the price of money. And the reason I find the central banks to be really communist institutions is because you have these small committees, 5, 7 academics, I don't know how many they sit on that board, and they decide the price of the most important commodity in any economy in the
Yeah.
Western world, these central banks. Yeah, I think he liked that point, but no. So I have not been on a show with Breedlove alone. I
Yeah.
listen to him a lot. You're putting me a spot here, asking me if I read his articles. So I haven't, and here's my plan. I have
Yeah.
two backup plans for Friday. One is that that I'll be asking him to explain his concepts to our viewers, which kind of gives me an excuse for not knowing. Right?
Yeah.
That's one plan. The other plan is so I have two very smart people on the show. Although I consider this more party than a show, I have two smart people on in the party in the pub
Yeah.
Friday. You and Breedlove, you both read like a million books and have a very like wide worldwide like knowledge, understanding, literature, history, and everything. I love history myself, but so I think on Friday, that's my second strategy, that my role will be reduced to looking at the chat and see which chats to throw on the screen, and then I'll let you guys use all your fancy words and I'll
Yeah.
just try and understand when I've seen it on rerun 3 times.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have him try to explain what first principles are, because you can't have a breed love show without understanding first principles. So yeah, I had to Google that shit, teach myself on first principles. No, it'll be fun to have him, man. He's very innovative in the space. Great, great views. Great way to look at Bitcoin. Yeah, like everything else, man. Like with Udi or anyone else we have on the show, I don't. I like to either if we have like Dergigi or like we have Canute coming up. I probably pronounced that wrong. It's probably pronounced Raul. Um, I like to read. I like to read the books of the authors that we have on. I like to listen to the podcasts of the people we have on, man. And I like to listen to them, but still keep it open. Keep it open when we just see where the chat goes, and when the opportunity presents itself, you say, "Well, listen, I heard you say this in one podcast, or you wrote this in your book, and can you expound upon it?" So that's my style.
Yep, I like it, puppy. I'm not gonna lie. I do like your style, especially that World War II bomber. Um,
Oh hell, that's World War
yeah.
One. That
Was it World War I style?
oh, a scarf like that? That's World War One, man. Yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah,
There you go. Yeah. So, but I want to hear now. So you Google it. I got to be honest. I have had to Google so many things since I kind of like it's just part
yeah,
of a Bitcoin Twitter. I had to Google so many different things. I learned so many abbreviations where I see it the first time. I go, what the hell is this? I got to look it up. I'm like, okay, DIT, LIT, PMSL, all of these. And but and I thought about googling first principles. Like I think I have an understanding, an idea.
yep,
But
yep.
now you googled it, so I'd like you to explain to me what is first principles. Dumb it down for the Dane.
All right. Um, let's think of first principles as let, you backtrack from everything you've been told in life, educated about, um, what you learned by rote memory, going to school, just told because I said so. Get rid of all that thought. You have to start your arguments from what would be considered first principles, in the sense of these are the underlying truths. These are the rules of the world. So think of it like this. You're familiar with American football, right?
Yeah, American
A bit,
handball, where they're
a bit.
running around with the ball,
Yeah.
that oval ball in their hands, and they call
Okay.
it football.
Or you know what? Danish football. Okay.
All right.
Danish football. So here's Danish football, European football. Your first principles are the fact that there's 45 minutes and a half, plus or minus a certain amount. Um, there's rules like offsides that are agreed upon. Okay, yes, I get that the field size can change. The size of the field is different in different areas. However, you have your touch lines, you have your boundaries. First principles, you're stripping everything down to the basic rules everyone agrees upon, are that, or basically are the law in the world.
The
Okay, those
natural
are
law, kind of like
the natural law. These are the rules. Now, what goes on within there, you build yourself. What goes on within there, the plays you design, okay, how you play, are going to be different for many people.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, your first principles are the rules of the game. Okay.
right.
So yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of what I had a hunch as well was the
Oh
case,
yeah,
but
yeah. I'm sure.
no,
Go
it's
ahead.
first principles. It's kind of logic, but no,
Yeah.
I mean, it's wonderful how you explained it. Using Danish football, you're talking
Yeah.
to me. You're making sense.
Yeah.
Um, and um, so BTC Moon guy is asking how about getting some clean some. I just want to say, so we had some of these meme cards, as I like to call them, Labrahado. We've
Yeah.
had Greggy. Labrahado was our first guest ever, and it was like what, 3 months ago or something.
Yeah.
Uh, and we had RDBTC. Uh, Cheerfuls doesn't want to come on. Marcus doesn't want to come on. But I think oh, Greg is there. You're losing the thread, Pop. No, I mean Greg is being tough on you now. I want to give you a chance to get back on Greggy. So
That's
I
yeah.
want to talk
I'm busy.
about.
I'm
You're busy with what?
no. I'm saying I'm busy at the moment. What fucking thread?
Okay, so
Yeah.
Greg is saying you're losing the thread. I think it was the first principles. I think that Puppy did okay, but I think we should just take a
Yeah.
moment to discuss this spat that, again, I'll say, okay, we don't have problems in Bitcoin if this gets airtime. That American Huddle had a problem with Greggy buying a home. Now, I'm not
Well.
buying a home
Yeah.
myself, but I
Yeah.
do understand the guy's got a family, just like you. And if I
Yeah.
understand that, you know, you can be in a situation where there's other things in your life than Bitcoin. It's a scary thought. Not there myself, almost. But so while you start talking about that, then I need to go get that second beer because you had your time.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Go
Go ahead.
get your beer. Hey man, I'll tell you what. Everyone has different life circumstances. Anytime, either have family obligations or anything else, you do what you have to do. People are still in the hamster wheel of life. People are still um, working hard for the money, taking care of family. At the end of the day, put the money into Bitcoin. That it's big dream money in a way. Okay, you don't do it where you're sacrificing your family. Okay, so just take care of each other. And look, there's going to be some people say, listen, I got a wife, I got kids, I got this, need a house. All right, want this. You may not even be on the same terms with your wife when it comes to Bitcoin. I've seen that happen quite a bit. They
Oh
understand what
yeah.
it is. But
Oh
what
yeah.
my point is this: only put in what you're comfortable to lose. You won't lose it, but only put in when you can go to bed at night and sleep like a baby. That's okay. If you're up worried about it, you're over leveraged. even if it's cash, whatever, you're over leveraged.
Yeah, so you could say that I'm over leveraged, but I'm not worried because I feel there's 100% probability that Bitcoin will take over as money of the world this decade. It's almost too good to be true. Imagine being alive watching one money take over from another. Last time it happened was before the Roman Empire. We are
Yeah.
alive right now,
Yeah.
and are here to witness it. But I will respect that you and Greggy are putting yourself in a situation that if Bitcoin goes zero, you'll still have a life. Uh, I won't. If Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin won't go to zero in my opinion. But if it did, I wouldn't be in a good spot. I got to be honest. I'm all in.
Listen, listen. I'll hire you because I'm looking for someone that can make some Danish food. Can you cook? I need a cook.
I don't think you want to pay for my cooking, man. But if Bitcoin goes to zero, I'll have to do whatever I can. I'll tell you that. So
Well, no.
Ruben
Yeah.
Rubino, man, I'm sorry about I probably pronounced your name wrong. Is asking how you guys are planning on getting Breedlove drunk. See, here's the thing.
Yeah. Probably not, man.
We don't plan. We
Yeah.
wing it and we rely on it. And
Yeah.
so far so good. I'd say. I look. Jeff Booth. That when I started chatting with him and emailing, I'm like, yeah, so I hope it's okay with you that we're probably going to be drinking some alcohol, even though it's 11 a.m. And I'm like, I know he's going to drink water, coffee, or whatever, but is he okay that we're doing the whole cup thing? And he shows up and slams 3 Coronas, man.
I would, I wouldn't say. Uh-oh.
Wait. There was actually someone at the door. Uh, hang on. Hold this one.
I'll take it
Hold
from
my
here,
beer.
man. I
Hold my
got it.
beer.
I got it. I got it. Yeah. So, yeah, what Jeff Booth had, we had a separate little chat on, and he goes, "Oh, 11 o'clock? Yeah, why not? I'll have a beer." Everyone says
It's
beer.
not this apartment. It's another one.
So yeah, Jeff
Last
Booth says,
night,
"You know what?
this
Maybe I'll have a beer or two."
fucking
Dude ended up having three. His mom's in the chat. It was fantastic. Hey, all you gotta do is look at your feed, man. Look where everyone goes.
Are you talking to me?
Oh yeah, no, I was saying with Jeff Booth, it was great because he goes, "Yeah, I love that. I'll have a beer with you guys." Yeah, it
Yeah.
turned to three or four. His mom's in the chat. We had a great time, man. It was
And that's what it's about. It's not a show. It's really just we want to create a good time and have a good time. Really, it came from me and Poppy willing to talk to each other. And
yeah.
if we had 0 1 viewers, great. But we want to just have a party together and with anyone who's willing to hang out in the chat. And okay, so here's what happened. It was the doorbell. Someone was at the door. As a Bitcoiner, I'm super paranoid, which is the reason I don't have Bitcoin within hand's reach. Um, uh, and I could see it was someone with a couple of coffees from I don't know Starbucks or something. As a Bitcoiner, you don't open the door. I didn't order coffee. I have coffee at home. I don't open the door. I was talking to him through the door, and he had coffee for Emily. And as a Bitcoiner, you just don't open the door if it's not
So
for
is
you.
so is Emily your drag queen name when you go out and do the show?
I have no idea who Emily is, but I guess she lives in the building, but
Sure.
not in this apartment
Anymore.
anymore. You mother. Uh,
Jay,
no,
you're right.
Emily,
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say that's a great thing. With Jeff or even Udi yesterday, man. Fuck, man, we just have an open space where you don't have to run the regular circuit of all these quote unquote professional type of shows. You just relax, man. Just relax, have fun. That's all
Yeah,
we do. Have fun.
we do. And honestly, I really appreciate that us not trying like to build this into something like revenue stream or whatever. Um, it's like just trying to have fun, not trying to okay,
Yeah.
we got to be formal, we got to let's have those discussions. we end up having great discussions, but because we take it from the informal point of view, we
Yeah.
basically drag people into the pub when they join the show, and you hear the truth from kids and drunk people. I'm not saying our guests are drunk, but you have a couple of beers to loosen up. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
We loosen up, you lose.
Yeah, well, hey, Rob's he'll be interesting, man, because I know he's on the strict water thing. I respect that. Good for him. I like to have mine with some barley and hops.
Right.
We're different. No, it's
I
good.
wrote,
At the end of the
yeah.
day, man, we all have Bitcoin, and you know what's funny? Fuck, all you need, and this isn't talked about enough. All you need to be, if you divided the 21 million over 7.9 billion currently, a 0.027, or is that 0.0227? That's all you need in Bitcoin to be average, just to have the average amount in the future for hyper Bitcoinization. That's it.
How much do you need to have?
0.027.
0.027. Yeah. So not even 0.2 is like 3% of a Bitcoin. You have the average amount
Wow.
per global citizen,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
yeah, that is.
yeah. It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. So I remember way back in the beginning of the show. I do have a slight memory. You were talking about how early we were, and yes, like if you look just at fiat currency of the world,
Yeah.
Bitcoin is still not at 1% of the market share. It's at 0.1% of that market share. It doesn't matter that one Bitcoin is 34,000, very
No.
close right now. It. What matters is that market that Bitcoin is going after at the currency of the world. It's like 0.1% of. I think I'm doing some miscalculations here. Maybe 0.5%. It's a half
Yeah.
a percent because Bitcoin is up now to 500 billion. It's 0.5% of that. But then you look at store value of real estate and stocks, which today are used as store value because fiat currency can store value. There's maybe 300 trillion in market cap to go after there. So if you look at the big picture, Bitcoin is only a little bit more than 0.1% of the total potential. So yes, it's very early days.
The math is undeniable. The math is undeniable on this, on what there is, and what there will be in the future. And you have two diverging things coming up here. You got a supply getting cut in half every 210,000 blocks, and you want to talk about game theory? You get the money that wants to come in will be expanding exponentially more than that, you know, and it's going to be wild to think about. That's why I keep my Bitcoin on Coinbase, because I know it'll be safe there, because they will crash it anytime there's a run. So we're good.
Yeah. It's safe from you selling, panic selling, and taking profit.
I can't. I've tried. I've tried. You know, the first time we bumped back up to 13,000, I panic sold. Well, tried to, and guess what? Coinbase said no. We got your shit protected right here. We got your Bitcoin protected right here.
Puppy, we have your private key and we're keeping it. We
Yeah,
got you. We got your back. We hold your coin forever.
it's in your best interest, Bubby. We
Yeah.
got it.
But hey, you have an IOU, right? You have an IOU.
Yeah. Oh, they're good for it because they're an accredited company in the United States of America.
All right. Let's switch topics from there.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. I got even a little bit of coffee left. That's wonderful. I think I'll throw that in with Quell. What
Yeah.
else is making you bullish in? I mean, Preston is a guy that it's hard not to become bullish when you talk with or listen to Preston.
Well, yeah. Look, man, he's one of the smart guys. You know, it's funny what brings people into the space. Um, for me, it was number go up like many, but I really fell in love with like the macroeconomic side of it. I never really delved into that part of the world before, but it's the macroeconomic side of it that uh, I find so fascinating. This printing of money. Where's this shit coming from? Where is it going? And so, Preston, and you have, Jeff Booth, Andy Estrom, Lynn Aldrin. I love all their podcasts, wherever they are, because they're finally starting to see, wait a second, how the fuck are we paying for all this? Where's this money coming from? And when you see things on 60 Minutes of, well, yeah, was it Jerome Powell? Yeah, we'll just print what we need. Or I forget who the other guy was. Yeah, we got all the money in the world. We'll just print what we
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
Or
We have infinite money at the
infinite
Federal
money.
Reserve. All right, great. Okay, so
Yeah,
let's just establish that no matter how good a commodity is, if it's unlimited, it doesn't have value, and that's one of the
zero.
problems with Ethereum, where
Zero.
the supply is unknown and very large, and keeps going. Uh, Oxygen, which is the most important um, commodity for you and I and everyone else watching, is uh, costs nothing. Oxygen right now costs nothing, yet without it, we'd all be dead in 2 minutes because there's enough of it. So unless you
Yeah,
have scarcity, doesn't matter how good it is, you'll have no value. You have no price. I mean, you have value, but you don't have price. Look at Ethereum, like unknown, basically infinite market cap. Why would you be spending fiat currency on Ethereum when it's unlimited if you can be buying Bitcoin, right? And so that's the thing when they're saying it in the Federal Reserve, we have unlimited uh, money. So if it doesn't hurt someone to print money, why do we pay tax? Why don't you just print whatever we need? Well, because it does steal value from savers.
yeah.
You're
That's what.
ruining people's opportunity to retire and be financially independent.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part to get across to anyone, because let's be honest. I mean, technology. Um, fuck, I would almost consider myself a boomer in a way, getting to that age. Getting ready towards retirement. Um, but there are many people that have been raised in a way they remember their grandparents, some grandparents from the Great Depression or after World War II. It was always you could save money in a savings account. Fuck yeah, you always get 10%. That mindset is hard to shift. It's hard for them to realize they've been shafted. You go into the bank, and I was laughing. I had to deposit a check the other day, and I was laughing. I look on the wall, and I see some bullshit like, yeah, their money market account was like 0.7% or whatever, and they're like touting this as like a great thing. That's what we come to know as as normal, and people are so afraid. I still have a grandparent. Okay, God bless her soul. Sends a fucking bond. Sends a bond for Christmas. She says it's too late to sort of get her into Bitcoin, but that's the way they grew up. They grew up in a whole different time, and they believed in the country. They believed in the future of our monetary policy. They believed in everything that was told to them was the truth. But thank God, man. Thank God we have Bitcoin, because without it, we're done.
Absolutely, thank God. And you know what? I think it's really, really hard to overestimate the positive influence Bitcoin will have on humanity.
Yeah,
The deflationary aspect that we discussed with Jeff Booth. Um, you know,
yeah,
Having Bitcoin as money, having sound money as money instead of a dirty fiat that keeps being diluted rapidly every year, it will put so many more people in financial independence because we allow prices of goods and service to go down. We allow technology to advance production efficiency. So in my view, we'll have a double-digit percentage of people actually financially independent 10, 15 years from now. I'm willing to go out on the line and say that, because once we let this play out, and have everything we buy become a lot cheaper, because we don't keep trying pumping it up by destroying the currency.
Yeah.
Those evil devils at the central bank, if you ask me, it's gonna put people from being like struggling to make it to their first, all of a sudden, hey, we allow things to become cheap so they can afford a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, as I look forward here, I'm fascinated about the amount of money and the amount of time companies are going to put into this, and they got to realize, and they don't have to go full Michael Saylor, 100%. But damn, when game theory plays out, and you have Apple says, you know what, fuck it, here's 1%, 1% we'll put into Bitcoin. That's going to be the game changer. Hopefully, pension funds see this. Pension funds are out there, and they start allocating, because they lost their asses in 2008. I don't know. Did you ever find The Big Short and watch it?
Yeah. So you know what? I never had access to it on one of the streaming services that I mentioned earlier. And it's not like you have a Blockbuster today where you can go down and rent, right? Thanks God for that. But so I was watching on YouTube clips, and clip after clip after clip of scenes from The Big Short was more than 1.5 hours. I'm pretty sure that someone had chopped the entire movie up, and I saw the entire movie, in pieces, and yeah, it was phenomenal. Love The Big Short. RD, I just want to give a quick shout out to RD. He was actually the guy that convinced Udi to come on the show yesterday, and really, it just highlights how toxic happy hour is more of a community thing here. It's a crew thing where it's not just Puppy and I, for sure. It's we have all these great memers and meme tarts, as I call you, and other good people hanging out and supporting our efforts here in bringing cold beer to the spot mines of Bitcoin.
Someone's got to play this one back for me with Jeff Booth, because I think there was a part in the show he almost big timed us. I'm not sure. He may have, and I love it because he goes, I think we were thanking him for coming on. He goes, no, man, I like to come on the show and hang out with the little people like you. I like to.
Who said that?
I think Jeff Booth did something like that. No, he big timed us. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Nice. Don't make him sound arrogant. He's like the least arrogant person. What a good person. What a nice person.
He was brilliant.
Man. Jeff Booth basically said he was willing to fight with his life for Bitcoin on our show. Go back and watch it if you didn't see it. So Artie has a question for you here, Puppy. Does Puppy have time to like his own Twitter post while he's on here? So that's a question from the studio audience.
No, I don't. So go ahead and like it for me, and continue to have fun staying poor.
Fair enough.
Like it for me.
So Greg is giving me a hard time for actually watching The Big Short on YouTube, but you know what? I didn't have a choice. I didn't have access to it any other way. So Greg, go F yourself. Go buy that house. I was supporting you. I was saying it's okay to have a life.
Yeah.
No, Greg.
No. Greggy, you missed the first time. Actually, Anders typed in The Big Short when he was on Pornhub, and that was a whole different movie.
Oh God! Greg is asking, are you talking about Jeff Bridges?
Oh yeah, that's wow. Hey, look, when you come off of the high of hanging out with Jeff Booth and having a few beers, to the little people like you on a secondary chat, yeah, you'll mess things up and you'll say Jeff Booth. I'm sorry, Jeff Bridges, whatever. Now I get it right.
The mess up, so you get it right. A
Yeah.
minus plus
Yeah.
a minus gives a plus, I think. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah. So Greg, we're honored to have you back in the chat here.
Hey, hey, look, man. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to go to Pornhub right now and type in The Big Short and see what happens. And Gigi, listen, man. Gigi was laughing because I think it was Labrahuddle that got the porn meme stuff started after his show.
Yeah. I think was it Lapra that asked the question in the chat that we threw on the screen to Gigi? What was his favorite memes? And then he said like he really thought
Yeah.
that porn memes were fun. He always enjoyed those. And then Twitter for 1 day, 2 days was all over with Bitcoin porn memes. I mean, this community, this party here has some cultural influence on Bitcoin Twitter, and I'm just enjoying, really enjoying, and being entertained being part of this
Yeah.
shit show.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, what are we up now? We're almost at 2 hours or an hour 43, whatever. I'm
Yeah,
laughing because, well, no, I'm laughing. This has always been like our phone calls, man. We never gave a shit. We just, hey, let's call and talk Bitcoin and look at the price of it. That's all.
yeah. It's just such a, I don't know. It's a good backstory. We were having those conversations for 2 years on the phone, or 1.5 years, and
Yeah.
I kept saying, "Dude, man, I need to restart my YouTube, but I gotta get someone's got to kick me in the butt, and I need to get started." And I started making some of my own videos, and yeah, we spoke about let's just put our conversations there, and like I could sit down and make YouTube videos now, like specific topics, like I did like 3-4 months ago, like and sitting here and having a monologue. But you know what? I'd much rather hang out with you, puppy, and just we're just freestyling on our bullishness and why you should right now go out and sell all your assets and buy Bitcoin. But I tell you what, now that
Yep.
Bitcoin has touched 34,000, forgive
Yep.
me, but I am actually thinking of buying a bike.
Buy your bike, man. Look, you still got to live a life. You
Right.
know, you don't have to be you don't have to be a monk, sacrifice everything to buy Bitcoin. So the fact is, you're ahead, of course, of more than 99.8% of the world at this time.
Yeah. And
But
listen,
live your life. Yeah.
I being a was having long-term time preference for years now. I have been paying the
Yeah.
price. What did I say? So
You're,
I've been
you're
paying
gonna
the
you're gonna be paying the price for saying bike because Anders on a bike meme are gonna become a thing. Just
all
letting you
right.
know now, man.
So when you make those memes, remember the reason. So I want you to get it right in your meme, puppy.
Not
So
me. I won't even. Hey, it's the fucking meme brigade in the chat that you got to worry about, not me.
the meme charts. And yeah, Greggy is looking up to a lot of the good memers we have. Greggy is looking for inspiration and really finding people that he can look to so he can
Oh,
level up. So let me. So anyone
guys,
want to? I don't think anyone's going to do that, but let me tell you. So, Bobby, let me tell you my plans. I'm going to buy a BMX bike. Do you know what a BMX bike is?
like from the 1980s, the
Yeah,
BMX bike.
I grew up in 1980s. It's yeah.
Yep,
It's
I know it.
it's
Like a
basically a
is it a mongoose?
you have different brands. Mongoose is a brand.
Yes,
Uh,
that's what I'm
first off,
saying. Of course,
so
that's what I'm saying.
first of all, let me explain. In Denmark, I think all kids ride a bicycle for 2 hours every day. I from the age of 7, I drove one mile on a bike to get to school and a mile to get back. And then we were like racing as kids when we, in the evenings, in the summer evenings that was light to like 10:30 at night, having races where we live. So a BMX is a dirt bike, is a bit of a trick bike. So like
Yes, I know it.
it's easy to ride on the back wheel. Pull up the steering wheel and just ride on one wheel. So
Yeah,
that's.
we used to call that a wheelie.
Oh, is it a wheelie? Because I was
Yeah.
thinking if there's like a donut. But okay, so really, yeah, you'll be watching. Look, you know what? I'll get someone to tape some video of me doing a wheel, and I'll show you how to ride a bike.
Although now I call it a Raoul pal. Rapow.
Raul. No,
Raoul.
it's
Doing a
not
wheelie.
the pal thing you're messing up. It's the Raul. Learn to speak English from a Dane.
Look, if he can learn to buy Bitcoin and avoid shit coins, I will pronounce his name properly. Until then, he's Raoul.
Raul, right? I can't even say what you're saying. It's so messed up.
Raoul. PM. Hey, do you remember? Hey, you'll like this one. There was a movie from the 80s. I don't know if anyone in the chat will know this. In the 80s, there was a movie called BMX Bandits. Have you heard of this before?
There's no need to help out the meme charts.
Listen, there was a movie called BMX Bandits. You guys can look this shit up, Google it. But it had a very young Nicole Kidman in there. Now she wasn't Calvin Ayers young, but she was young, probably 18. She was one of her first movies. So yeah, look up BMX Bandits, and it's one of Nicole Kidman's first movies. I remember seeing it because it was on HBO at the time.
Maybe I can find it on. Maybe I can find it on YouTube. Under BMX Bandits, full free, full movie, full version free, whatever. So yeah, they're definitely having a laugh at wanting to get a bike.
Oh, you open that door.
No, look, I'll die on the hill of riding a bicycle and having fun. You'll watch. I can't. Okay, after this, I'll order. I'll shoot some video and share with you.
We need video of you riding a bike.
You will. Look, so you being an established gentleman, you have a car, you have that kind of transport. As a Bitcoin, I can't afford that kind of luxury. I get a bike.
Whoa, time out, man. I remember you had an electric green fucking sports car you rented that probably cost as much as my car.
Rented is the keyword there, puppy.
Yeah.
Rented for the weekend. I remember that was back in November. I think we had like $1,000 green candle, and I said, "F it, let me get this screaming green." Oh, all right, okay. Am I being taken down? Am I being taken down in the show? What's going on?
On the ET bike, and Pubby's in the basket. That would be awesome.
All right, let me throw that one on the screen.
Jesus.
Yep. That was a BMX, I think. I think that was a BMX.
It wasn't. It wasn't BMX. Yes, it was a BMX.
Someone put Puppy in the basket while I ride him to the moon and back.
Oh, yeah. Jesus, I'm laughing, man. Jesus God. Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I love to see when you're having a good time, Puppy.
Dude, I remember watching E.T. in the actual movie theater.
Me too.
Yeah. 1982, baby. 1982.
Wow. That's impressive. That you remember the year even.
Have we met? I'm impressive. I got Preston Pish on our show.
Yeah, no, we haven't met, and but my ambition is that 2021. If you notice from the beginning, I said that this year is going to be even better than the very phenomenal 2020 for me. Yeah. And one of the reasons is I have the ambition to meet you and Greggy and take you out for a Happy Meal.
Oh,
I'm the giver, you're the taker.
Happy Meal it is at Burns Steakhouse, the greatest steakhouse in America.
Yeah. And that's the thing in Florida. You're still living the life, aren't you? Like your restaurants are still open.
I told Top Rolling, and we got to have him back on the show because he did it with you at the time. I think I was traveling.
Yeah, you were all like, "Oh, I'm not coming on if it's not like a big name." Puppy,
no.
You know.
Yeah, that wasn't it at all, man. I'll try. No, because he's I think he's up in New York, dude, and he's fucking fed up, and he's ready to get the hell out. And he posted the other day, like, where do I go? Come to Florida, baby. Beaches are open. We got the best governor in the U.S. and Ron DeSantis.
Beaches open. Okay, that's interesting. Yep.
Everything's open.
Yeah. Yeah. So I live in totalitarian California, so not so
Yeah.
much life going on here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Enjoy that. Fuck, man. I mean, you get what you vote for, is what people are finding out.
okay. So I have been in the yeah. I've been sent some memes. God. In that. Oh, all right.
Wait, hang on. Go ahead.
Okay, so I gotta share this. I'm gonna go to share screen. I'll probably like super dox myself, although I don't have anything. But I'm gonna share.
That's
Wait,
awesome. Yeah, that's good, dude. You got it. Yep.
wait. How can I put this on? Okay, you can see it, right? So there we go. There we go. This is created by Greggy. He sent me this.
Holy shit.
Where man, Greggy, how do you do it? You're so fast. That's what she said. Um, and yeah, there we have the ET meme, puppy in the basket. Um, awesome, great work. Let me just remove that
Wow.
again. I'll see if there's something else funny there. But all right, I got to share this one. Man, it's, you know what? Your life is just. Why can't I? Life is just more. Okay, I gotta also. God, I can't expand, or what is it called? The things that only some of them, the gifs from RD, I can't make them bigger. Unlike the one from. All right, I'll take this one. Wait, let me just see who made this. This is Chairforce. He's bringing it. Chairforce. Oh, what happened to Puppy? Puppy gone. Here am I sitting talking to Puppy, and he's gone. So here we have. This is from Chairforce. Here come Anders. Yep. And where the hell did Puppy go? It's not good because now you can see our entire kitchen here. Anyways, that was fun. Happy ending meal. Am I right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What else? Did Puppy say bye to you guys? Did he write anything? He's not in the chat. It just disappeared. What the hell? See, that's the thing with Puppy. When it's time up for him, he's in a party. He just leaves. He doesn't say goodbye. That's one of the reasons I'm terrible at oh well, there we go.
Yeah.
He's back. What happened, man? You just left.
Yeah. Some technical difficulties on that one.
What's the technical what she called the technical difficulties?
Oh no, I just had to order the tab before you
Oh,
leave the pub. Yeah.
yeah. Even though you own the pub empire of the state.
Yes, I own it.
I mean, so there was this thing in Dubai. I remember that
Yeah.
I think they call the concept buy through rent. So you would pay rent, but then that would also go towards like the actual loan, and you would end up after a period of actually owning the apartment. And I guess that's how you own this pub empire. You
Yeah.
own through beer, like purchase. You end up owning it. I like it.
Hey, like I tell everyone, enjoy your beer, enjoy your wine, because guess what? You end up buying more Bitcoin after a few. That's how I got here.
Yeah.
You buy more Bitcoin, you have a few beers. Wow, you thought, Jesus, you know what? I'm going to buy a million sats. That turned into, you know what? Fuck it, 2 million sats it is.
Right. I can concur to this. Puppy has told me many times before that he goes to the pub, he listens to Bitcoin podcast, he listened to
Yep.
his bromance Preston Pish, and gets so inspired that after chucking down his 6 pints, he ends up buying even more sats. That's been a great. Those beers have paid for themselves. Let's be honest.
if there's a better investment strategy out there, I would like to hear it. Um, to date, I have heard nothing that has had the returns that my investing style has. So you tell me.
No, I think the best investment style during uh, bear market was listening to Bitcoin podcasts and doing the old puppy double dip and stacking sats before beer and after beer, and those dips and sat stacking happening after the beer ended up really having a positive impact.
I think there was one time I was going to buy 2 million Sats, but I fat thumbed it and hit three instead of two. So I bought 3 million Sats. Okay, so that little purchase alone has
Oh,
paid for a
typo?
lot. Yeah,
Was
it's
it
a
a typo?
typo. Yeah, I didn't know until the next day. Didn't know.
Beer
Well,
has such a positive impact on the world.
thank you.
Beer helps humanity transfer to sound money,
Yeah,
and which is good for humanity. Let's face it. Deflation. Go read. I got it right here.
it's the only one you got.
Yeah, you got me there. The only book, The
Yeah,
Price of Tomorrow, hard copy by Jeff Booth. It's all about deflation. It makes you understand in detail. We all know deflation is good, that our money should be worth more. Jeff Booth takes that to another level. So there's a little plug for
yep.
our pirate, Jeff Booth.
The pirate. I don't know. You probably didn't even hear that joke before on that show. Yeah, there's a lot of people that drink rum before noon. We call them pirates. But that's
Yeah,
great, man.
yeah,
The pirate show as well. I can't wait for the ET meme. I can't wait for that to be thrown onto our thumbnail by our good friend Chair Force Hoddle.
yeah,
We'll see what goes on. So yeah, so what's going up, man? I got to wind down now.
yeah,
Got to
yeah,
take
yeah,
off.
yeah.
I know we're at 2 hours. So what do you think, man?
Puppy,
You got parting thoughts?
Potting. Well, I mean, no, I just want to say, as always, Poppy, it's been a pleasure to hang out with you. It's been great to get to know you over the last 2 years. It's been great the last 3 months of 2020 to start doing these shows online and to having such amazing Bitcoiners on the show. And
Yeah.
it's been great to have, I think, the coolest, funnest lit dead chat in the space.
Yep.
Having a party together with them, and I look forward to meet everyone. Hope I mean as many as possible. I know everyone's not possible, but as many as possible. At, for instance, Bitcoin 2021 in
Yep.
LA, the conference hosted
Yep.
by Bitcoin Magazine. And
Agreed.
I look forward to meet you. Yeah, great. Yeah, I know. So I know you got to go. If you have anything to say before we sign out, otherwise I'll do the finals. But
Yeah. Listen, Marty's out there. Let's keep it going for 2 more hours, dude. I'd love to. My liver will hate me in the morning. Well,
it
it's going to
already
hate me
does.
anyway.
It already does.
Uh, so yeah, hey, let's look forward to this year, man.
Yeah,
For everyone that has weathered the storm. Well, first off, if you came in like in this summer, like Redneck Bubba, that we're gonna have on the show, guy's older. He's almost 60. He finds Bitcoin in this summer at about probably 8,000. God bless him. For everyone else that came in 3 years ago or has gone through this bear market, fucking respect, man. Respect to all of you for for not listening to the naysayers. You're still here. You're still buying. And yeah, hopefully, with Anders and I, we love the fact that we can just cheerlead this. We truly believe in it, and
oh,
we haven't
I
been we haven't been proven wrong yet.
I love that Puppy just referred to himself as a cheerleader. That's gold. That is
Yeah,
meme gold potential right there.
yeah.
I love you, Puppy. That's
Oh,
wonderful, wonderful.
well,
I think that's even better than a bike meme. That is Puppy the cheerleader. I'm sure we're gonna see that within a couple of hours on Twitter while you're
eh,
winding
eh,
down.
Look at you try to make memes. Look at you try to tell people to make memes for you that you can't make yourself. That's
I
sweet.
can. I can. I can.
Go for it.
I admit it.
Let's see your cheat. I want to see a cheerleader meme. Go ahead.
Can't do it. I won't do it.
All right.
Because it will take me too long time. We have great meme artists, including yourself, to some
We're
extent.
good.
So
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah, you know what? On that
Yep.
note, thank you for those words, Puppy. I
Yep.
just want to say so. Marty is saying let's go for 2 more hours. We can't do it
Yep.
on the stream here. Come to the Telegram chat group that we have. Greggy, I
Yep.
can see he's still there. Greggy, please share the URL so people can join the Telegram chat. I'll be happy to, after resetting my note, jump in there like 5-10 minutes from now. Let's have a chat in the Telegram voice chat. And Greggy sent me also the link so I can actually put it in the show notes for the future that people can easily join that Telegram chat group, whatever group,
Sure.
and the voice chat especially. And on that note, please remember not to store more value in fiat currency yet you can afford to lose. It's a built-in policy to wipe out the value of your savings. So careful with that. And on that note, Poppy, it's been great. I love you, boy. And see you in the next one.
Yeah. Friday, right? We got Friday with Breedlove.
Oh, so when Preston Fish?
Yeah.
Did you schedule a date with them? When
Well, no,
Preston?
well. I already told him, like, Preston, sorry, I'm busy this week. I got to talk to Breedlove.
All right. All right.
Look, you got to,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to big time these guys. They don't respect you unless you big time.
Probably knows how to big time it. That's another great.
No, I haven't. I
Great.
haven't talked to it. No, it'll be great. All right, man.
All right. All right.
We'll chat.
Chat. Bye.